Okay, we're back with part two. One of the things that we talked about in part one, and we're going to really dive deeper into in part two here, is quality and value. Remember, customer relationship management is also about delivering value to the customer so that they can come back. So understanding the role of quality is the degree of superiority of a firm's goods or services. You've got core product quality, that's your tangible. And then you've got service offerings, how convenient it is, how easy it is, how their post-service, their pre-purchase services. And then you've got supplemental products like goods or other things that come along with it that aid in and enhance in the understanding or the core product. So again, quality is all up to the customer. So you've got to understand those consumer expectations. People expect at a very minimum that the product will do what it says it'll do. And then you've got to translate those expectations into quality standards and then go above and beyond that in order to deliver the best quality you can for those customers. One of the things that oftentimes impedes customer value and customer relationship management is over-promising and under-delivering. So understanding the role of value in a customer relationship, again, is key. There's product quality, there's monetary costs, there's core product, and then there's also service product. And we're going to talk about each one of those. Let's talk about core product quality. In your product strategy, you want to deliver what's promised. You want to deliver what the product says it will do. However, to go beyond that, you might want to make your product easier, or your product more convenient, or your product more attractive, or something like that. You also want to give peace of mind, like warranties or guarantees or whatever. Then you have your pricing strategy. Pricing is all about what you give up, and we talked about this in a previous chapter, what you give up to get what you're going to get. So you've got really to understand quality and pricing, you've got to understand that what they're giving up is a good value for what they're getting. Also, pricing can enhance the prestige of a product, like a Lexus versus a Chevy or something like that. And then, of course, you've got your distribution strategy. You've got mass distribution, like at a Walmart or whatever, or you've got exclusive distribution, like a Tesla or a Cadillac or a Hummer or something like that. And then, obviously, your promotional strategy goes with your brand mantra and your brand. I'm sorry, let's go back here. Your supplemental product strategy are your add-on features. And then your pricing strategy that enhances the way people can purchase a product, like a layaway, prestige pricing, or making payments. I can't remember what that's called. Making payments or something like that. And then, of course, your distribution strategy. Do you want mass distribution like Nike? Do you want limited distribution like Cadillac, or you want exclusive distribution like Alexa and Ani and Alexa? That jewelry, whatever it's called. I don't know. I don't buy much of it. And then, of course, your promotional strategy. Personal selling is part of that. Friendliness of employees and all those types of things. And then you've got your experiential quality. The quality of experiencing the product, the quality of experiencing purchasing the product, or the quality of experiencing the post-purchase of the product. In your product strategy, the bell cow of experiential quality would be Dick's Sporting Good. I don't know if anybody's ever been to Dick's House of Sports over in Victor, but they've got climbing walls, they've got batting cages, they've got a golf simulator, they've got all those that really enhances the experiential shopping for that customer. And then again, you've got your pricing strategy, your experiential quality of a pricing strategy, how you feel when you purchase something, your distribution strategy, how you feel when you walk into a particular store, or how you feel when you hit a store online. And then, of course, your promotional strategy, your reputation, and it goes again back to personal selling. And then, of course, your monetary transactional costs. Obviously, everybody would wish it was free. But with product strategy, you've got your exclusive features that nothing else has. The iPhone, their exclusive feature is FaceTime. And those people that have an iPhone can FaceTime with others. That's an exclusive feature. They also have their exclusive feature of how the iPhone interacts with the iPad, the tablet, and also the desktop. And I don't think they have desktops anymore, or the laptop. Your pricing strategy, your delivery charges, any installation charges or taxes. People don't like to pay for that. Again, I talked about that earlier in a pricing strategy. The number one thing for consumers is free shipping. As a matter of fact, my daughter, and I use her as an example, she will not buy anything that doesn't have free shipping. So people that offer free shipping oftentimes have that superior quality for those that don't. And then, of course, with your promotional strategy, your image, your reputation, and those types of things. We talked about monetary life cycle costs. That's how durable the product is. The maintenance costs of a product and a pricing strategy. The availability of consumables within it. If you buy, we do a case study in promotions management. And it's one of those face, and it mists your face. I can't remember what the product's called right now. But there's consumables that you use for the different types of skin that you have. So your availability of consumables that go into that product, if they're widely available, then your monetary life cycle costs are less. And then, of course, your promotional strategy and how your brand looks year in and year out to you and to others along that. And then finally, your non-monetary costs, which again is your durability, your guarantees, your return policy on your pricing strategy, your availability and your distribution strategy, and your reinforcement of purchase decision in your promotion strategy. That's why a lot of people use celebrities and spokespeople in their promotional strategy because it reinforces the purchase decision. Competing on value is very difficult. You've got to ensure what your customers remember. Everything in marketing starts with who you're going to do what to. So you look at your target market, you look at what their value is, and then you compete on that value over the other organizations within that space. So there's a growing number of products that have value that are subject to that consumption gap that can change, that comes from changing the nature of value. Changing how people value things. Value is not static. It's very dynamic. And so Netflix, it continuously updates the new shows. It brings on new content. It brings on exclusive content so that people feel like they're getting something. And that's why Netflix is the number one streaming. And we talked about barrier to entries with our case on New Belgium, and that's why there's so many craft brewers. Streaming services, there's very little barrier to entry, and you've got Disney jumping in, you've got Paramount jumping in, you've got IMDb jumping in, you've got Hulu, you've got HBO, Cinemax, those types of things. And Netflix maintains a number one market share and a number one share of customers' mind because of the value. So understanding customers' expectation is the number one thing for values. Again, customers expect a product is going to do what it wants, but then going beyond that, the zone of tolerance, going beyond that is delighting your customers. Giving what they expect is customer satisfaction. Not giving what they expect is customer dissatisfaction, and that comes with performance expectation of the product not only now but in the future. So here's your range of customer expectations. I'm not going to go over this slide, but I think that this is a good slide for maybe you pause the video, or after the video you go back to this slide and really understand it. So managing customer expectations is continuing to do that market intelligence and understanding your customers. If your customers' expectations are unrealistic, then it's time to promote and train your customers to really have realistic expectations. For instance, a self-driving car. You know, what is our realistic expectations of a self-driving car? I can tell you, I don't think we'll ever have a self-driving car where you can set a destination and crawl in the back seat and fall asleep while the car drives for you. I don't think that'll ever happen. A self-driving car means that you don't have to pay as much attention and let the car do its work, and you can do other things while driving. We're not there yet, so please don't do that, especially texting and driving. Please, please, please don't do that. But, you know, eventually we might get there. So what are our customers' expectations? And promotional strategies can oftentimes set those customers' expectations or set unrealistic expectations. So satisfaction versus quality service value. Again, customer satisfaction is the minimum. We want to delight our customers. We want to make sure that our customers' expectations are realistic, and then they become delighted for what we offer based on that. The most narrowly defined concept is quality. Customers judge on an attribute by attribute basis, but going beyond that is how we delight our customers. Retention. We oftentimes look at what's gone right and what's gone wrong. We focus on issues that we can control. We don't try to control issues that we can't. You can't control a pandemic. You can't control that we had to close for 3 months. Customers have to realize that, and those have to be part of the expectations. We can offer service satisfaction guarantees and warranties. Those are things that we have control of. We can offer convenience. We can offer instructions on how the product works. We can invest in our customer success. All of that goes to customer satisfaction and customer retention. So how do we measure customer satisfaction? I measure it on repeat purchases, and that's customer lifetime value analysis. They call it lifetime LTV, lifetime value. I call it lifetime value analysis. Same thing. Potato, potato. Average customer orders, customer retention, how many times they're coming back to our sites, how many times they're buying something from our sites. Are they commenting? Is our site trending? Is our product trending on social media? Is our stores full? Are people shopping there and spending time shopping there, or are they just coming in, buying something and leaving? Wegmans is an excellent example of a great shopping experience. Now, they don't do that anymore, because of the pandemic, but pre-pandemic, on a Saturday morning, you go to Wegmans and you could taste different things. They had different samples. It was a really wonderful shopping experience to go to Wegmans. So those are all of our customer satisfaction measurements. So I hope you enjoyed Chapter 10. More importantly, I hope you learned something. And I will see you the next time we are together.